It's week 6 of the 2022 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cardinals and the Saints on Monday Night Prime Time.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we finish off week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is,
under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards... Take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On play action. It's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their On the ground, they want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 65 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Let's go. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Fights through it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Chris Nagar now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment. Truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give. This is Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back to throw now on first down. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 6. Got his man, Baker. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say, 1
touchdown. Complete at the 1. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Shotgun now for Murray. Flushed out right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Murray to air it out again, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Murray going to throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Murray keeps it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kyler Murray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Derek Carr, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Matthew Stafford leading the way in the victory.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray now. And that will be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just
blitz coming, and down he goes. Logan Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play fake. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now they try the right side here. There he goes inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. 3
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Fighting through. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Touchdown, Cardinals! T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Bucks with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 24-17. And time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Escaping the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They'll try to run this one in. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cards are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now all the focus shifts over to the Saints, trailing in this one now. Just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete. Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They're going to look to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's complete to Troutman, right side.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. It gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense.